Audrey set it up a long time ago. Unless if it's, it'll be there.
It's not. Okay.
All right, it's 7 o'clock. It's time to start our policy session. We don't have any public hearings this evening, but we will have a citizen comment period here shortly. If you'd like to talk on address, that you fill out one of these yellow forms. We'll start with an opening ceremony, and that will be led by Councilmember Peterson.
Thank you. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our Father in heaven, we come before Thee as the representatives of this community and give You thanks for the opportunity we have to do the business of the people and to live in this community and enjoy the freedoms that we do at this time. We are grateful for those who serve and protect our country and our nation, those in our police and fire, those in our armed forces, and those who serve and protect our community in the ways that go unnoticed. We ask this night that we might be able to deliberate in wisdom, that we might be conscious of those who live and serve here in this city, and that we might do those things that will best benefit them today and moving forward. We ask that we might be able to convene in safety and return to our homes in like manner, and do this in the name of Thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. We need to excuse Mayor Shepherd and Council Member Phipps this evening. Council, we have a couple of sets of minutes. Have you had a chance to read through those? Any corrections?
Your Honor, I move to approve the March 7th and March 14th, 2017 work session minutes as they have been written.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you. I don't have any citizen comment forms. Was there anyone who would like to address the council this evening? All right. Seeing none, our second item is to consider approval of the development agreement with Clearfield Properties LLC for the City Center Apartments, formerly known as Sandridge Luxury Apartments, located at 70 South State. Adam, you want to, or JJ, you want to give us some background on that?
Good evening. The City Center Apartments project is the one that we see just right out the window here across the street. And this development agreement was originally approved in August of 2015. At the time, given that that's a mixed-use project with some commercial square footage as a requirement, that commercial square footage, the quantity of it, became a bit of a back and forth between the city and the developer. And finally, we settled on 4,500 square feet being the requirement. However, the developer wanted to include their leasing office as a part of that 4,500 square feet. The city was reluctant to allow that. And eventually we struck a compromise, which neither party was very comfortable with. So over the course of time since then, we've been trying to come up with a better solution to accomplish really a win-win, where we can get the commercial square footage that we were hoping for, and they can also get their leasing office. That finally has been accomplished now, where you can see, if you look at the construction at the north end of the building on the first floor, they're extending that building, the first floor only, to the north to be able to expand that commercial area and meet the 4,500 square foot requirement. So now that that issue is resolved, we've been able to update other miscellaneous aspects of the agreement The number of residential units has increased from 122 to 123. So one additional unit, there are some additional parking spaces, and obviously we've updated the dates, for example. But everything else remains the same, and the purpose of the development agreement is to set forth the terms of the development of the project. You know, we describe in the development agreement what it is they're providing in terms of their project and what the city's doing in return in terms of approvals, for example, or variations from our standard regulations. So that's the gist of this development agreement. We're excited that that issue is finally resolved and that we can go ahead and button this up and get this taken care of and get the agreement executed and have that no longer on the list of things to do. Are there any questions for me at all?
Yeah, just one. So we discussed in the work session the potential of doing something on the roof of that piece that extends out. Is this an appropriate place where that should be addressed or not?
I think that's better addressed in the administrative site plan process. In the staff report, I referred to the fact that now that we have the drawings for that revision to the plans, that will go through Spencer's office for administrative site plan. The Planning Commission already gave site plan approval for the project, but now that we have a little bit of a change, Spencer's office will handle an administrative review, and he can include, for example, in that some requirements for beautification of that rooftop. So I'll speak with him about that. Any other questions?
Thank you. All right, council, anybody have any comments? Other comments? If not, I take a motion.
I'll move to approve the development agreement with Clearfield Properties LLC for the City Center Apartments project located at 70 South State and authorize the mayor's signature to any necessary documents.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. That was the only item on our agenda tonight, so we're going to do communication items. The only thing I have is the conference last week, Utah League, St. George. I thought was really good. I just want to thank the staff for getting everything together for us for that. That was great. And then Saturday when I got home, I had a training conference in Ogden for Kiwanis all day. And next week is the water conference back in St. George, so I'll be going back down there. So April is kind of a training month for me, so I'm going to be all trained out. That's all I have. Councilmember Young?
Nothing this evening.
Councilmember Peterson?
Nothing, thank you.
Councilmember Roper?
Nothing this evening.
Okay, City Manager Adam, do you have anything for us?
Nothing beyond the monthly report that was sent this morning.
Thank you. Staff, Nancy?
Yeah, just give me 1.5 seconds. You're fine. Just our schedule for the next month is, Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, the 18th, we have our neighborhood meeting at Holt Elementary. We'll be followed by a work session here at City Hall where we'll go over the CDRA budget and another item. And then on April 25th, we have a work and policy session scheduled, a work session scheduled for May 2nd, work and policy session on May 9th, and then we'll be having a joint work session with the Planning Commission on May 16th. So just wanted to get those dates before you so you know what to prepare for.
Thank you. Any other staff have anything they want to report? All right. We need to go into CDRA. I will take a motion to adjourn City Council and reconvene as CDRA.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Turn the time to Chairman Young.
All right, so first item we have, the only item we have to look at is the approval of resolution 2017 R-01. which is authorizing the tax increment participation agreement with Clearfield Center Properties. It's related to what we were discussing before. This is with the tax increment. JJ, do you have some more background for us on that?
You bet. You're right, it's the same property, same project. This is the instrument whereby the CDRA can provide an incentive. Obviously, this is a very important, a very key project in terms of downtown revitalization. And we played a very active role in acquiring the property and then selling it to this developer. And this is another piece in that puzzle to make it all happen. Tax increment, of course, it comes from the property tax that the developer or the property owner pays from the value of their property. And so this agreement will provide that tax increment back to the developer for a period of about 5 or 6 years. It really depends on when the project is complete and when it comes on the tax rolls. And that's something that the developer and the county control, not the city. But like the development agreement, this tax increment participation agreement was originally approved in August of 2015. For the same reasons as the development agreement, we held off on executing it so that we could resolve the question of commercial space. And now that that's taken care of, we can go ahead and approve this updated agreement. Again, of course, we updated the dates, the unit count, parking counts, and so on, so that it accurately reflects what's actually happening across the street right now, what's under construction. Over time, we estimate that the incentive to the developer will be about $300,000 in aggregate over, like I say, 5 or 6 years, about $50,000 a year, maybe a little more. That again just depends on how it's valued by the county assessor. And of course, it's post-performance after they've paid their taxes and after the CDRA receives that distribution. That's the gist of the agreement. Again, are there any questions for me at all? Okay, thank you.
All right. Is there any further discussion? If not, I would accept a motion.
I move to approve the resolution 2017 R-01, authorizing the tax increment participation agreement with Clearfield Properties LLC associated with the City Center Apartments development located at 70 South State, and authorize the chair's signature to any necessary documents.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, this is a resolution, so I need a roll call on this, I believe. Director Peterson, how do you vote?
Aye.
Director Bush?
Aye.
Director Roper?
Aye.
Okay, it passes unanimously. And that is the last item of business we have as CDRA, so I'd accept a motion to adjourn and reconvene. As
I make a motion to adjourn CDRA and move back into work session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, please.